Previously on St. Elsewhere.
Donald, this is going to be a big mess. You know, people are already at the hospital buzzing around about this.
You know, Dad's a lot happier since you two started going out. Where do you guys go? You never spend the nights together at our place. And living with your mom, yours is out of the question.
I used to be one of the saltiest cardiac surgeons in the state. Then I lost my temper and shattered a picture. Foolish. Now I'm paying the price.
Sydney. You killed him.
I'll operate. All right. We have no choice here. Just have to dive in. Clear?
You awake?
I can't help thinking about what happened to Fiscus. I know the shooting wasn't my fault, but why can't I stop feeling that way?
Because you expect the best from the people who work for you. And in return, you care about them so much.
Well, at least it's quiet now. I don't know what those people were doing in the next room. I just hope they didn't hurt each other. You all right? It's not the same, is it?
Mine. This is Dr. Novena. They beat me, then they put me on hold.
Huh?
I'm sorry, what were you saying?
I was just thinking.
Yes. How long? Try some percussion and postural drainage, and I'll be right there. 12-year-old with CF. I'm sorry, Donald. Go ahead.
No, I was just thinking about our first time here. The Doctor of the Year Awards dinner. Not the same, is it?
Well, the hotel's gone downhill.
No, I mean about us. We just seem to be going through the motions.
Yeah. Gotta go. Maybe coming here's lost its magic.
Good morning, Rabbi Tolkien. We'll come back later.
Dr. Craig, may I say once more how inspiring it was to operate again beside you last night.
Morrison, next case.
Dr. Craig?
I was scheduled to leave the rounds this morning.
And since you were late, we started without you. Morrison?
I'll take over now.
Dr. Kiem, you did a wonderful job as acting chief of surgery while I was out. Now I'm back.
Just because you saved Windfiscus?
You're welcome to tag along.
No, thank you.
Fine. Oh, and I'd like to get back in my old office as soon as possible. This afternoon, if it's not too much trouble. Come on, Morrison, speak up.
Any change?
No.
Well, we can only hope enough oxygen reached his brain. Mark did a terrific job, Daniel. Everybody worked so hard. Can I see the chart, please? You coming down with something?
Just a call.
What about Wayne's family?
His father's on his way up from Washington Heights. Daniel, I've decided I want to split my job. I'd like you to find someone to head up medical education. I'll remain director of medicine. Give me a little more time to work with the patients, all right?
Okay.
Oh, by the way, happy anniversary.
40 years.
I just hope this young man is alive to celebrate your 41st.
Catherine and I began our courtship in these halls and linen closet. 1945. She was a volunteer. I was fresh out of the South Pacific. Smitten the moment I laid eyes on her.
All those years together, that's terrific. It really is. I've only known Carol a few months and already...
Nuptials in the offing?
No, I'm afraid our relationship is losing steam, Daniel. Maybe we need a change of scenery, huh?
Take the weekend. I know a lovely inn in Middlebury. Always puts Catherine and me back on our pins.
No, I'm afraid the problem's a little closer to home. See, Carol's only been over to my house for dinner, not the night.
Ah, now I understand.
I just don't feel right about bringing Carol into Marine's bed. We bought it when we were first married. Started our family on it. She nursed Tommy and Lizzie there. Cold feet, sick kids, pet rabbit. Everything about a marriage ends up rolled into a mattress, doesn't it? I just can't get rid of the memories, Daniel.
Keep the memories. Get rid of the bed.
Mr. Bavine?
Yo! Loose set screw. Cinched her down.
Thanks.
Tell you, people walk by a problem until it's too late. Like my dad says, routine maintenance is man's only weapon against entropy.
Well, I'm Dr. Novino.
Italian!
Born, baptized, and confirmed in the North End. Still live there.
Well, my name's Bavine, but when the boat left Napoli, Grandpa was a bovino, cow.
Excuse me?
Bovino, cow in Latin.
Oh.
Probably explains the moo and movers. Bavine and Sons movers. Our boys don't get ripped. So right here. Keep the pen.
Thank you.
I knew a Novino. Eyes were different colors.
Bobby, that's my Aunt Usal's brother's son.
You live near Iskia's grocery?
That's my Uncle Joe and Aunt Chinzia. We're North Street.
We lived on Hull.
My cousins, the Penarellis, live on Hull.
You're Anna Penarelli's cousin?
Yeah.
Good kid. Of course, I haven't been around for a while. Dad hauled us out to the burbs in the 60s. North End was decaying.
Well, the area's trendy now.
Well, the yuppies have moved in, driving prices up and old folks out. Normal socioeconomic change. My dad likes to quote Heraclitus on the subject. All is flux, nothing stands still.
Well, neither should I. Let's see what you're in here for. Prosthetic placement.
Found out I had the big C last year. Dr. Barton removed my bladder. In the process, the erectile nerves to the penis had to be severed, rendering me impotent. Now I'm back for a penile implant. Erections will be artificial, but my wife and I can have sex by the numbers again. One great thing about it.
What's that?
Fastest turnaround time of any guy on my block.
Please. לשפך להדון הכל עושה שגדול יוצא בראשית.
Back again, Rap. Early. Lead the rounds to the next patient.
Yes, sir.
And don't make a complete stooge out of yourself.
I'll try not to. Come on.
You're not supposed to be out of bed, Rabbi. You pulled your EKG out.
Oh, Mark.
Oh, for crying out loud.
The rabbi's davening.
I only have a short time for rounds.
For Orthodox, they're required to pray 3 times a day.
The man has a serious health problem we're trying to assess. And why am I discussing this with you?
Rabbi Tolkien requested of my staff that he be left alone for prayer.
Requested of your staff?
Well, volunteers of the Women's Auxiliary have begun to take a more active role in patient relations.
Oh, goody. Wait. What's that?
The kosher meal he ordered.
All that salt is exactly what landed the man on his menorah in the first place.
I told him, but this is the food he wants. You know, the rabbi will make a much speedier recovery if he's allowed the comforts of his religion.
It's great to see your eyes open again.
Cross over to the other side.
Boy, I really wish I could have been there to help you.
We didn't let you down.
Hey, but you know what? You're lucky you're alive.
Viscous.
Alert, responsive. Vitals are stable. Minimal blood in the drains.
I'll want to examine the incision. Suture line straight as an arrow. Lucky man, Viscous. Rounds dismissed.
Hi. How you feeling?
Every time I breathe, I'm afraid the stitches are gonna open up and my guts will spill out.
I spoke to your parents. Your dad's due in any time now.
Why waste a trip?
Well, Wayne, if my son was hurt,
You don't understand. You should wait. I'll be back in the ER. Get shot. This time, you can send me home in a box. That's what really gets me. I died. And I'm gonna die again. We're dying every day of our lives. When it's over, won't even be able to do this. Simplest things.
We all face that knowledge, you know. But we keep going.
Please. Leave me alone.
Mark and I agreed we want to move Viscus out of the ICU and into a regular room. I think maybe he'll bounce back faster if he's not being treated as a critical patient, all right? Oh, by the way, I'm going to be out this afternoon for a while.
Oh, another medical conference.
No, buying a bed.
Daniel.
Mark, why'd the Braves ever leave Boston?
How the hell should I know? I want to talk with you. About that spouse of yours. There's a liver that's not long for this world.
Mine.
Oh. Well, it's not really my field.
The cancer's neither advanced nor retreated. What about Catherine?
Well, I have an Orthodox rabbi in for acute hypertension. And Catherine is helping him commit ritual suicide on kosher corned beef.
Orthodox law is hardly her fault. Catherine is helpful. She's concerned.
And in the way. Doctors used to run St. Eligius, but now she and her merry band of volunteers are turning this hospital into a cruise ship. Before you know it, we'll be having costume night.
Volunteerism is the cornerstone of American philanthropy.
Oh, don't hand me reheated Reagan, Daniel. You won't say anything because she's your wife.
Catherine has spent countless hours organizing the auxiliary's activities.
Teas, luncheons, award dinners, no problems. Just tell her to keep her butt out of my patient's treatment.
Mr. Bovine, Dr. Novino, you're both here. Good.
Practicing.
Mr. Bovine has chosen to treat his impotence with the inflatable penile prosthesis. His other option would have been the more common, less expensive, semi-rigid implant, which is flexible and can be bent into position like a gooseneck lamp.
Even though the inflatable is costly and can break down, it more closely duplicates a natural erection.
I'll be making a small incision near the base of the penis. The entire apparatus is implanted through the one opening. Any further questions?
Seems pretty straight ahead.
Good. Then I'll see you both in surgery. Oh, Carol, the next time you're out on the town with Dr. Westfall, put in a good word for urology. We should have a lithotripsy.
Donald Westfall.
Moved him back into his house a year or so ago. Stuffer, not a packer. You two are an item, huh?
Oh, we're a headline around here.
Gee, love in the workplace. Perilous. Destroyed two of my best moving men.
What, in love with the same woman?
Each other.
Oh, I'm anxious to get my paycheck. It always depresses me.
Oh, never enough. Especially with my new family.
Boomer, how can you feed 3 more on our salary? I mean, with Robert gone alone, I can barely make ends meet.
Yeah, I gotta get my paycheck in the bank before my balance hits the minimum.
And we're worried about money.
Oh, Wayne, he never heard anything.
Last night, Wayne was catching fireflies like a kid, filled with energy.
I hope when they find the woman who shot him, they punish her. What can we do for him now?
Wayne's always meant so much to me.
Coming, Boomer?
Now I'm gonna go back up. I want to see how Wayne's doing.
You know, Wayne has been my best friend. I love the guy.
Me too.
Hey, subtraction was off. I'm way above my minimum bank balance of $5,000.
What's all this?
My medical texts.
But I thought everything was stolen along with the manuscript for your book.
Lucky for me, these were down in the basement. But I'm putting that chapter behind me, along with the other 18 John Doe pirated. Forget him. And Paulette Keenan. Why aren't you packed? We got the embassy personnel out of Saigon in less time.
I'm doing the job I was hired to do.
You were hired to replace me, temporarily.
I have a contract.
It just expired. Yes.
What should I do? Simply clear out? Leave my patient and take the shuttle back to Washington?
I don't care if you go by sampan.
You just can't walk in here screaming and expect me to jump. I am not your servant.
Oh, I see. I'm supposed to kowtow because you won everybody over with a little Confucius say, hmm? Not me, lady. This is my side of the street.
Too bad. I'll go when I'm ready.
Oh, you'll be ready. So fast, it'll make a kimono spin.
This is a really good one. Okay, so this guy, Bob Smith, or any name you want, doesn't really matter. He's got these terrible headaches, and
I'm here to see my son, Wayne Fiscus.
Oh, Mr. Fiscus, I'm Elliot Axelrod, a friend of Wayne's.
How is he?
Stable, he's doing fine. Let me show you to his room, okay?
The way up here in the car, I start to worry. What if I'm too late and Wayne is dead? I don't want to stop to waste time to call in case he's not.
This way. After all that, the doctor says, he said, Bob, or whatever, I'm not sure what's causing the headaches, but I know it'll stop if I do this one operation. I mean, it's not true, obviously. And so the guy, Bob, I'm surprised Wayne's never mentioned me.
I don't understand. What kind of place is this that something like this could happen?
Oh, no. Victor, do you mind showing Mr. Fiscus to Wayne's room?
Oh, my pleasure. Hi, John. It's Victor Ehrlich. Sorry to meet you like this. We spoke on the phone when Wayne in the room with me. How's the carpet business?
Oh, please.
We squeezed blood through his body for an hour. I held your son's heart in my hand. It's a miracle he's alive.
I can't help it. Anyways, Bob, he's moping around in the house, and his wife, Susan, no, Jane. Right, Jane. Anyways, oh yeah, she says, honey, I know how you must feel, and whenever I'm depressed, what I do is I go buy clothes.
I thought this was the room. Jackie, do you know where Wayne is?
East Wing.
You know, I've got a post-op consult. Do you mind showing Mr. Fiscus?
Oh, no problem.
Thanks. Bye.
It's this way. I think your son is the best doctor in our group. He's always been there for me.
So, Bob has a whole suit made. He does. He feels better. Now, here comes a good part.
Oh, my God.
Jack, come on. Let's leave him alone.
May I see the implant?
Why is Mr. Levine going to such lengths?
They're all one size, Dr. Neville.
I meant he's risking a lot. Pain, infection, 40 to 50% breakdown rate. Not to mention possible surgical complications, all for sex. Still can't have children.
Sex is a powerful motivator.
I know that.
And in Mr. Bevine's case, so is love. Since his operation for bladder cancer, I've seen both Mr. Bevine and his wife for counseling. From the start, however, Mr. Bevine wanted to ensure normal sexual pleasure for his wife. Yes, there are risks. But he's willing to make the sacrifice for her. Wouldn't you be? Mrs. Bevine thinks her husband's out of town on business. So this is going to be a surprise. Well, I'm ready to make the incision. Scalpel.
Oh, hello, dear. I had Jesus help me bring 2 meals up here. Thought we might enjoy a little anniversary lunch. Haven't done this since the old days.
You always made me keep the door to the office open while we ate.
Well, young women of the auxiliary were not supposed to be locked up with young doctors just back from the war.
We found our ways.
Hope you don't mind the salad supreme. I removed the parsley garnish because I know you hate it so.
Salad Supreme, such a noble name for day-old vegetables.
There's your napkin. Daniel? Now. This is lovely.
Oh, yes. By the way, Mark Gray came to see me, upset about your involvement with a patient, a rabbi.
Mark can be such an intolerant little man.
Yes. However, he does have a point. Pepper, please.
He does not?
Mark was interested in the health of his patients, not ridiculous rituals.
Precisely. Volunteers have more time than physicians for the little things.
Not when they interfere with treatment. Salt.
Volunteers are not helpful?
I didn't say that.
You implied it. And you should be the first to admit that since the DRGs were instituted, salaried medical care has been cut way back. It's become non-cost effective for hospitals to provide the TLC. Volunteers have taken up the slack, escorting patients, allaying their fears, talking to their families, making your job easier.
Of course.
Well, then why are you being such an old poop?
I'm not.
You're getting that puffed up look.
You should know better than to help a patient impede his own recovery.
I did nothing of the sort.
We are not in the business to provide people with a place to pray.
Then why don't you tell the rabbi that?
I will.
all the absurd...
And don't tell me how to run my hospital.
Oh, God forbid. This is what I think of your hospital.
Don't do that, Catherine.
Happy anniversary.
Same to you.
And your mother sent soup. Are they giving you enough drugs for the pain?
They don't have enough drugs.
My son's shot. This is unbelievable to me. Candy.
None of these are on my diet.
I worked so hard to send you to become a doctor. You get shot. How can this happen? Who's responsible?
No one. And you only pay for part of my education. I had to work to put myself through school.
Magazines. You know, you could be working at a good hospital. Mount Sinai. Someplace private, nice. Not some rat hole where scum shoot doctors and your mother and I have to worry.
Why didn't Mom come with you?
Oh, she was too upset, crazy, crying, like you were dead.
I was.
Don't tell her that.
She's the one person I can tell everything.
Comic books.
I don't want them.
You used to like comic books when you were sick?
They have comic books in Boston, you know.
Why are you so mad at me? I didn't do this. I just came here to be with you.
Why did it take a hole in my chest?
Excuse me. Thought we'd stop by and try to cheer you up.
Boomer already gave it a shot.
No, wait. Here's a pair of docs who'd like to give you a big hand. Go. Is he laughing?
I don't know, I can't see.
I saw someone do that on TV.
It wasn't funny then either.
Demerol for Mr. Alvarez?
You're right on time. I just got the drug order from the pharmacy. Is that cold still lingering?
Can't shake it.
You look a little swollen.
Just got my period on top of everything else.
Helen,
Yeah.
where the hell is Daniel?
Oh, he's stomping around here someplace.
What about Donald?
He's gone for a while.
Boy, these guys. Never around when the fox is in the chicken coop.
What's the trouble?
Paul at KM, she won't get out of my office.
We'll give her a little time.
Listen, that woman has tried to steal my job from the day she arrived. She sucks up to everyone, calls the residents by their first names. I don't like her methods, and I don't like her.
Do you have any message for Donald or Daniel?
Yes, this.
Hi.
Donald! Hello!
I was in the neighborhood, thought I'd stop by.
Come in.
Thank you.
Something to eat.
No, thanks.
Classifieds. Seeing if anyone's hiring a beautician.
Want to go back to work?
Tired of only touching up my own hair.
Didn't know you did that sort of thing.
Right. Sure you don't want to eat?
No, not hungry at all, thanks.
What brings you to the North End?
I bought a bed at the warehouse over by Lewis Wharf.
Everything okay at the hospital?
Think so, yeah. Henry, the reason I stopped by was to find something out. Carol and I, are we doing all right?
How would I know?
Your mother, you live together. Is she happy?
You should ask her yourself.
No, don't want to start anything.
When my husband was alive,
He and I fought all the time. We always knew where we stood with each other.
Well, I guess I want reassurance that this is the right thing.
Of course it is. We owe you a lot, Donald. A member of our family's finally going to be somebody important, a doctor. Because of you.
No. What Carol's done, she's done on her own.
It's not how she feels. Carol will do anything for you.
Well, I just don't want her to stay with me because she feels she owes me something, see?
My daughter looks to you like a god. She'd never let you down. You have to have a taste of these cookies.
Yes, he's fine. Looks good. Yes, I'm sure. Love the soup. Yeah, great time. No, he's resting now. He'll be calling you later. Okay. Bye-bye. Your mother sends love.
It's showtime! I brought in all your favorite classical comedies. Marx Brothers, Jack Benny, Monty Python, Rocky and Bullwinkle.
We can watch together.
Great. Belly laughs guaranteed. Yes?
Ow! Hi. I just stopped by to see how you're doing. I had an earful from Mark Craig.
I tried to resist, remain calm, but it still got to me.
Mark has the knack.
I just couldn't let him walk all over me again.
Then why are you packing?
Because I have nothing to gain from the fight.
Oh, little personal satisfaction wouldn't hurt. I relish every opportunity.
Does arguing ever have an effect around here?
Very little. No, the men in power protect each other. Oh, it's out of loyalty. It's not out of malice, but it's still no excuse. You know, I'm sorry to lose one of the few women of influence at St. Eligius.
I left my family in Maryland for the opportunity to come here and run a department. I can be a surgeon closer to home.
But I'd still like to see you fighting.
Be wasted energy. Besides, I think Mark Craig deserved this office back.
Rabbi Copeland, I'm Daniel Lauscher. I'm the Chief of Services.
I was about to begin my prayers.
It's against fire regulations to burn candles in a hospital.
Well, that's for my wife.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry, Anna. Still here.
I came to say we can only go so far to accommodate your special needs.
Are my requests so intrusive?
When they interfere with proper medical care, yes.
Please. I'm dying. I won't be bothering you much longer.
Dr. Craig told me you were only hypertensive.
He ordered a CT scan this afternoon after finding a lump in my chest. The cancer is everywhere. I'll live less than a year. But why are you so angry at me for practicing my faith?
I was raised Orthodox.
Something happened, I assume.
Margaret Ryan.
I see.
We fell in love. I wanted to marry her. The rabbi condemned. My parents forbade. I lost her. For all my devotion to God, I was deprived of happiness. Never went to temple again.
So you could have married her anyway?
In a sense, I did. Many years later, I met my wife. We wed in the Catholic Church.
Dr. Auslander, I'm sorry you felt so betrayed. But there's no fault. Orthodoxy tries to preserve a pure ethnic and religious Judaism. Your feelings didn't coincide, so you walked away. Religion is there when people need guidance. In moments of crisis or death, faith offers comfort. I'd like to pray now.
That's it.
Thank you.
You want us to dump the old one for you?
No, I tell you what, why don't you see if you can find a place in the basement for it? Huh?
Sure, if you want.
Somebody might be able to use it. Seen Carol?
Yeah, she should be out of surgery.
Donald, you have a moment.
Barely. I'm on my way to talk with Carol.
Do you ever regret leaving the Catholic Church?
You want just a moment to discuss Catholicism? I'm sorry, pal. It's been a full day for me. I've got a head full of Carol and Maureen in that bed. Do I regret? Yes, I do sometimes. Especially when I think of Lizzie's first communion. It's still ingrained in me. The other day coming in, I almost hit a fellow that ran a red light. Instinctively crossed myself.
Today I was with a man dying of cancer, but you never would have known it. He was calm, content, renewed by his religion.
Sounds like Father McCabe did.
Yeah. And I wonder, by running away from my faith, did I deprive myself of the strength needed to face death?
You've been very strong, my friend.
But what if we're missing something? Should the end of my life be reconciled to the beginning?
It's up to you, isn't it? Oh, by the way, I saw Catherine downstairs. First thing I do is make up with her.
Let me send her the ball. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Hut. Now, Bullwinkle, alley! Well, it was the alley-oop that did it. The football zoomed into the air. Down
Funny stuff. How come it's not on anymore? You're not laughing. When you were a kid, we thought you were messed up. You laughed at everything. Even at your grandmother's funeral.
I finally see Grandma's point of view.
Yeah. Well, you had your own way of looking at the world. I just didn't understand that at the time.
Makes sense. This is the longest we've been together alone.
Look, we're different. I was raised by Lithuanian immigrants. Good people, but with old world values. You're so American, so modern. I mean, Ringo, Batman, bubblegum, all that goofiness. I just didn't relate.
You could have tried. You never did anything with me.
Yes, I did.
Right. You took me to Grant's tomb one Saturday.
And you laughed all day long. Who's buried in Grant's tomb? Ha, ha, ha. You drove me crazy with your jokes.
Victor?
Hey, Dr. Fiscus.
Look, son.
I finally understand. Truth is, you never liked me.
Looking good, Jack.
You want to grab a beer? I'm going to meet Joanne at Foley's.
Oh, I wish I could. Plans.
Hi.
Hi. We're not supposed to leave for another hour, are we?
No, right.
Boy, with Dr. Barton, you're in and out of surgery in no time.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, he wants some new lithotripsy.
Oh, that's sure coming in handy. So, well, gotta go.
Something the matter?
Carol, I've been thinking things over. It doesn't make sense for us to keep seeing each other.
What?
I'm just not happy.
But Donald.
There's a difference in our age, and we never seem to really have time together. Maureen is still inside me.
But I thought that's what you wanted, to start seeing someone else.
Yeah, it was for a while, but I don't know. I just think a good clean break would be good for both of us. We can give us some time to think about where we are. Okay?
You sure? Well, that's what you want, but...
You've been a good pal.
You've been a good pal.
Well, I'll still be here if you need me, you know.
Barton told me I won't be able to test drive the prosthesis for a week or so.
Be in too much pain.
Hiya, Jonas. Hi, Victor. Not many places you can smoke anymore. I ended up by the cafeteria dumpster. Met a Dr. Craig. He a big deal?
Around here.
Well, he says you're gonna have a complete recovery.
You could have asked me. I'm a doctor.
Yeah, but anyway, the important thing is you're gonna be okay. Yeah, it's getting late.
You can go.
Sure?
Yeah.
Well, I'll be staying overnight. Look, how much more do I have to do to show you that I care? What you said before, you were right. I never liked you.
I knew it.
I never liked you, but I loved you.
Donald, yeah, we've got a problem.
Yeah, I know. Paula and Helen already told me. I talked to Daniel, and he spoke with Judge Farnham, all right?
Where the heck was I?
I don't know where you were.
Well, at least she's out, right?
I've decided to split my job, Mark. Paulette's going to run medical education. Now, she's very good with the residents, and I know she's going to do a good job.
Oh, for the love of Mike.
Don't start it today. I'm not in the mood.
You look like hell. Are you all right?
Yeah. Carol and I say goodbye, all right?
She pulled the plug on you.
No, it's my doing.
I thought you were ass over tea kettle for the girl.
Of course I am.
Then why'd you call it off?
Because she never would have. Relationship's no good for her.
I'm sorry to hear that.
How come I never get what I want?
Dying to try this out. Here we go. Anticipation. Stimulation. Arousal. Not bad. Now let's see what this baby can really do. Arousal. Big heat. Going crazy. Maxed out. Uh-oh. Boy, that hurts. Gotcha.
Seems like we'll be working together very closely.
There you are. Leaving?
All through for the day.
Here, let me help you. Catherine, about today. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Could you please tell me where in this town they mix a good old-fashioned egg cream? Then you said, come on. And then you said,
I haven't had an egg cream in years. Well, I'm sure you could get one at Hobson's on Franklin Street. You take Essex to Tremont, turn right, go 3 blocks, and it's just across the way from the cyclorama.
wait a moment. Turn right out Essex, go 2 blocks, and then I hit what?
Oh, never mind. Do you want me to show you?
That would be lovely.
Our first date.
Our first kiss?